What's up, everyone? Welcome to Hunt the West, where we bring you reviews, setups, talks, and hunts to help you make better decisions, grow your wealth of knowledge, and entertain you along the way. My name is Riley. Today, we got a Bino harness review for you guys, so stay tuned. So glad you guys tuned in to check out the review today. Today we are reviewing the Kuiu Pro Harness. This one here is in Verde. It's the extra large one. I absolutely love this Bino harness. I've been running it now for, just over a year, and I've got a whole bunch of different attachments here for it, and I love it. I've come from a few different Bino harnesses, so I got some pros and cons versus what else is on the market and what a lot of people are also coming from. So if you don't have a Bino harness and you end up getting a Bino harness, pretty much everybody starts off with the exact same Bino harness. And you know what? I actually think I have one. So stay here. Oh, I do. This is the Vortex glass pack, I think they call them. I think that's a registered or copyrighted name for it too. The Vortex glass pack. If you don't have a Bino harness and then you get a Bino harness, pretty much everyone gets the glass pack because every Vortex binocular comes, and these are the cheap Raptors, comes with this glass pack. Now, the original makers of the Bino harness were, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure this is correct, but is Alaskan Guide Gear. Alaskan Guide Gear, back in the 70s, the owner of it created a leather one that he had for his personal self. Then they ended up designing one for market that wasn't leather, it was a fabric material, and they were kind of the only ones who were doing it for a long time. Somewhere along the line, Vortex decided they were going to jump in on it, but because Vortex was already such a well-known and respected name in the optics world, they were able to really get the Bino harness out to market. And then everyone and their brother-in-law decided, hey, we've got to make a Bino harness too. So Kuiu here, who's a relatively young company, but very popular, decided that they would jump in on it too. And they have, they've done an amazing job on it. So the Kuiu one is very similar to the marsupial front opening one. They were one of the few people who had a front opening Bino harness at the time when they created this. Everyone else it opened from the front, just like this one here. Mostly everyone at the time of this video has kind of jumped over to a front opening one. FHF has, they just came out with their FOB. Mystery Ranch has now. I used to have the old Mystery Ranch one. The issue with that was it opened up from the front, but had this really loud snap on the front. That's why I got this, was because I had that before. When you're out in the turkey woods, out in the elk woods, that snap is the last thing you want. So I got this guy here, nice and silent. So we'll start off. This guy is the extra large. I bought the extra large not because my binos need to be extra large or because my binos are extra large, but because I didn't know what I was going to grow into. Maybe I'd get a larger set, and I just wanted to always have that option. It comes with these tiny little pads foam pads that you can stick in the bottom of this, so that the binoculars aren't buried down in the bottom of this to kind of fill up that bottom gap. So I have almost all of them stuck in there. These here are, it's a cheap pair, it's a 12x50 Diamondback HDs. Good bang for your buck, they're pretty good. I like to keep my microfiber rag in the bottom here. So, got this thing clipped in here. Nice and silent, open, close. You can do it very easily. Oftentimes, if I'm glassing, I just sit there with it open like this. Or if I'm walking around, stopping, glassing hillsides, walking a little more, I just leave it open. But it's nice to be able to close it if you're going through a lot of brush, if it's raining, etc. Keep everything clean. These side pockets here, I really like, especially coming from the glass pack, which does have side pockets, but my biggest issue with them was how freaking tight they are. You can't get anything in them. I mean, it's tight for my 2 fingers to be sitting in that right there. So, Not a fan of the glass pack for that reason. This guy here, man, I can get my entire phone. I get my entire phone in this thing if I really wanted to. There's no issue with it. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I stick my whole phone in there. They make a phone holster, which I need to get, obviously. I like the sides here for a few things. I've got a cow call. It's the Phelps Easy Sucker. If I can even hold it. If you've never used this thing, get it. They're amazing. They're actually really good. I love them. It's easy, nice to keep in my mouth while I'm walking around in the elk woods. I've got this set up for elk in case you can't tell. We've also got a little scent pouch here. Oftentimes I like that if I know elk are in the area. Put a little bit on the bottom of my soles, mask my scent. So those two things fit perfectly in the side pocket. Other side here, I've got game cameras placed all around my state. So I've got a card reader, fits into my iPhone. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Dang. I have a new iPhone and I don't have a lightning charger anymore. So if you have the new iPhone, it's got the USB-C. You can't use your old lightning port SD card readers, so you gotta go get a new one. So this thing's obsolete now. And then I also like to keep in there a wind detector. This one's about empty. I gotta get a refill. So I love those pockets for that. They are, again, super stretchy, super this is just awesome. I love them. On the front here, you've got a little zipper pouch, which I have open because it's so freaking tight. I have a hard time getting things in and out of it. That's my one complaint with this thing is how tight it is. But it's the perfect size to keep tags, if I can get it out. Tags, licenses, everything you could possibly need right inside here. Fits nicely back inside there. You've always got it on you. I used to keep it in my backpack, but sometimes I drop my backpack, and technically Idaho state law, Idaho state I live, Idaho state law says that you must have the tag and license on you when you kill an animal. Sometimes I drop it to get closer, be quieter, whatever. So nice to keep in the Bino harness itself. It's got a nice, what do you even call this? Part that goes on your back. I like it. It doesn't tangle very easily. It's really easy to grab. Nice and large. I can easily wrap my hand around and grab it without it twisting up and tangling. Another thing I like about the straps that go down to the Bino harness, I think most Bino harnesses have this, but it's just still worth noting, is the clips that, or the straps that hold the binoculars in there. Also can clip in and clip out, so you're not always stuck with it to your Bino harness. I also have here the Rangefinder pouch. I would say I think this is the large, and I didn't realize I really should have gotten the extra large. I didn't think my Rangefinder was all that big, but I guess it is. So it's a little bit tight, as you can see. It works, but it's kind of, the lid's kind of hanging up over the edge, but it's all fine. It works just fine. They make a phone holster, which goes on the other side, which I mentioned earlier, which goes on the other side. They advertise it going on the other side. I think I'd probably put it on my hip strap on my pack. The only issue I have with that is that I have to kind of slide my arm and my head through this without unbuckling this side, because you've got this clip that clips on here, and then it slides back through here. So you could, I guess, theoretically, unclip this and thread it through every single time, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest, because you gotta finagle it through there. And oftentimes when it's cold, you got a big jacket on, it's already enough of a chore getting the Bino harness on and off and everything like that, with your losing layers and everything like that. So I only like something on one side. Kuiu, if you're listening to this and you guys design something that can just attach to this side and unclip a little bit easier, that'd be amazing. Moving on, we have the bear spray holder here. This bear spray which looks like it's leaking. I'm gonna watch my hands there because I don't want to burn my eyes or anything. Gosh, I need to replace that or something. This bear spray holder here is nice. It's super customizable. I had the bear spray holder from Mystery Ranch on my Mystery Ranch Bino harness. It sat in the same place on the bottom. It was, if I remember correctly, it was Molly webbing, and it was a little bit of a different design. The one thing about it was it sat this way, and I had a hard time kind of getting my hand on the back there, so I do like that Kuiu has it this way, so I can kind of easily pull it out. Tiny little nitpicking, but when you have to use bear spray, speed is everything. Not all bear sprays are orange. Bear spray canisters are orange. This one is. Gosh, that's really leaking. I gotta replace that. So really I should paint this or cover it in duct tape or something like that, because turkey hunting, that does not go. Really not a big deal aside from that. Getting it back in here was a little bit tight, I do remember. No, it's not too bad. This one here, like I said, the Mystery Ranch one was held on by Molly. This one is Velcro, which is fine. And it's got these little tabs that it kind of holds, tightens itself onto. It's fine, it's not the biggest of deals, but sometimes when I'm out in the woods and I'm sitting down, you probably can't even hear it. Maybe you can. Sometimes if I'm moving around like this, because I got a little bit of a gut, it moves over and pushes it. And that sound might not sound very loud right here, but man, in the woods when it's quiet, that is so loud. So I kind of wear mine a little bit low, so it doesn't always happen, but if I wear it up high, like a lot of people do, it's just always gonna be doing that. Overall, I love this thing. It's, yeah, I love it. It's the nice Cordura fabric, which is not waterproof, but it is pretty water resistant, which I do appreciate. It's very comfortable to wear. It's got this nice padding in the back here, kind of and along here that kind of lets you breathe, especially in September and April and May when you're turkey hunting and elk hunting. When it gets really warm out in the midday, you're just wearing a t-shirt, that's super nice. I oftentimes have sweat stains in the shape of my Bino harness on my shirt. In fact, I've got one shirt that is kind of stained from sweat on that, from my old one, from my old Mystery Ranch Bino harness. Has yet to happen with this one. Maybe I just haven't worn it enough, but I put quite a few miles on this thing. This thing has been quite a few places, and I can honestly say I love this. It's about $120 if I remember correctly. It may have raised the price since the time that you're watching this video, but great bang for your buck. The Rangefinder pouch and the bear spray holder are separate, of course, but also not terribly priced. So if you're in the range for a Bino harness, go ahead and check out the Kuiu Pro Harness. Promise, you're not going to be disappointed in this thing. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for us. That would mean the world. We put out hunts, we put out reviews, talks, setups, all kinds of different things. We'd love to keep you guys educated. We'd love to keep you guys entertained. And yeah, just try to grow the channel. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Please leave a comment below if you found this helpful. And hit the bell. We can let you know when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching.